I haven't told anyone here at Thrashin Supply. All right, here we go. What is up, guys? Good morning here from Thrashin Supply, and today is something that I have been excitedly waiting for a couple months now. It's been a secret. I haven't told anyone here at Thrashin Supply. I haven't told Juan. I'm here before we're even barely open. Juan's not here yet. I brought my dad along. This is gonna be a monumental day and something that extremely awesome. If it wasn't for my father back in 1994, 95, getting me on a PW50, taking me to the motocross track every single week, letting me follow my dreams of riding motorcycles, inspiring me to push for a motorcycle career in freestyle motocross, which eventually led me into starting Thrashin Supply and using my knowledge of motorcycle parts and apparel and marketing and to build this. This today would not be happening. Pretty excited. And so I called my dad this morning. I was so excited. I woke up at 3 a.m. I called him at about 5 a.m. I said, hey, he didn't even really know. I said, hey, there's something super special today. I'd like you to come along. And I want you guys to come along as well.
Well, it's moments like these that at 7:30 in the morning when you're sitting there ready to work out, having your coffee, doing your Instagram, your son tells you what's up. You got to put everything aside and say, I got to be part of this moment because it's too fantastic. That's why I'm here.
That's it. All right, guys, let's go have some fun. Let's go check this out. Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good.
Today's the day. Big day.
Today's the day. Exciting day.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm pumped too.
Guys, this is Austin from Ventura Harley-Davidson. He runs the show around here. It's fun to work with. So when I got this opportunity, he was able to get the bike. We made it happen.
All right. Man, Austin.
What up, Lance? Nice to meet you.
So I don't know exactly what the bike's gonna look like when it comes off the truck. We have a handful of things we gotta do to prep it, get it ready for you.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out all together. Yeah, I think it should be pretty much ready to go. We're gonna wanna make sure it's safe for you.
Yeah, cool, let's do this. I'm very excited. Some of you guys may have seen something like this before, but for me, Christmas morning, it's like being a 5-year-old and getting your first motorcycle. Is it upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs.
All right, my dad's already looking. Where'd you drive from?
Brought these out of Michigan.
Michigan?
Where they came from, yep.
Nice. Wait a second, where did it come from?
Roush Racing in Michigan.
Wow. I'm being patient. I'm staying here. I'm not even looking in the rig. I'm waiting till it rolls out. What I see, you guys are gonna see. Being patient. Yeah, you excited too?
Dude, I haven't seen one of these in person either. I'm pumped.
So I intended on bringing Juan over here to telling him like, hey, we need to pick up parts for the bikes for Sturgis. Let's ride over to the dealership. And then this was gonna be a surprise. But I got the text late last night. The bike was already in their parking lot basically, and I needed to be here right when they opened. And Juan likes to sleep in. He usually doesn't show up this early. So I was like, you know what? Might be a kind of a cool surprise. Because he'll know if I say show up to work early, there's something we gotta do. Like he'll be like, what the? He would have looked too far into it. I figured the best way to surprise him was, you know, show up to work on this bike. Oh my gosh. I haven't even seen one of these, the actual real race bikes, let alone the production one. Only 131 of these ever made. But what number do we get? Number 73 of 131. They only made 131 of these and I was able to get my hands on one. It is amazing. The coloring on all of these billet components, this one piece swing arm with all the coloring on the inside, the carbon fiber bodywork, all the carbon fiber components. I mean, look at that. Look at the interior of the bag. The birth certificate's right here.
Yeah, all your paperwork.
titanium exhaust system, carbon fiber heat guards, super custom mid controls. You know we're gonna have to run home and put our carbon fiber skid plate on it because all of that is quite exposed. So that'll pair well. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. So, funny part is, yesterday I was prepping the Carbon ST, and Juan was like, why are we prepping this thing? We're not riding it to Sturgis. Well, the goal was, I'm gonna ride this back to the shop. He's gonna hop on the Carbon ST. That's a 131, this is a 131. They're both covered in carbon fiber, and we're gonna go rip these things in the canyons right now.
Hey, I think it's a proud moment, and I love looking at this. And when you're in there looking, I see fighter jets.
Wow.
It's like if every one of these bikes was on the road together ripping, it would be an amazing sight. But I'm so glad you're going to be on the road ripping.
Yeah, check this out, guys. Hopping in the rig, there's just a lineup of them. Look at that. So I'm looking at number 76, number 74. So it must be in the 70s as they go forward. There's 6 more in here. So how much lighter is it?
About 150 pounds.
And that is roughly what we shaved off the Carbon ST we made. So it's gonna be cool to hop on these bikes back to back, right? The Carbon ST is 150 pounds lighter, has a 131. This is a Road Glide, 150 pounds lighter, has the 131. This is gonna be a pretty fun freaking ride. It looks pretty road ready to me.
It looks pretty road ready, yeah.
Is it road ready, do you know?
I can say that if you put the 50 amp fuse in it, she'll start and run.
Where's the 50 amp fuse?
The saddlebag.
In the saddlebag, right. That is the key to fire this thing up right now. You get a cardo. Here's the key, I'm gonna hold on to it. I want to be the first one to start it, ride it. They say that it has 0 miles on the bike. One thing I just noticed was I got on the bike and it's tall. I'm tippy-toeing right now. I don't like to push a bike because it's easy to drop it. You guys are pushing me that way.
I guess this is the first ride.
2 horsepower.
SD, I can flat foot. This thing, I got to typically do a 3-point turn.
Couple turns. All right, they're gonna load it up on the lift. They do need to drop this fuse in there. Probably check the tire pressure. I would imagine, maybe fill it up with gas. Is there any gas in it? Let's check that out. Looks pretty empty. Oh, there's a little bit in there. So look at this. Set of trees, steel braided lines. These are the same brakes that we have on the Carbon ST, as well as the same forks. Going into the original location of the foot controls, but then coming back to a mid with the mid control crossover. All right, Cody, only made 131 of these, dude. All right, so give me an idea what you guys got to go through.
We got to go through, check all the critical fasteners, tire pressure, make sure the belt's tight, all the fluids, stuff like that. Just mainly safety stuff.
It's exciting moments, and I'm gonna let him do his thing and check it out with him.
Almost exactly the same as a regular touring bike. Just a couple little differences because some stuff's already installed that's not normally installed. But
Cool. Look at that. Look at that. It's interesting, right? I sit on it and like mentally I want to go like a little bit.
Right.
They seem a little rolled back, so I think,
rolling forward a little bit.
yeah, we could probably go like ½ inch or something, but I don't know, let's loosen them up and it's good.
Doing this professionally for 8.
Nice. Where are you from?
Ventura.
Okay. Debating if they're metric or standard.
Seems like a 10.
10 mil. 10 mil titanium bolt. They're in the Moto America world of sport bikes. And titanium bolts with drilled sides so you could tie wire them. But I don't want to like curl the powder coat just to like move them a little bit. So let's just put them back in and deal with it where it is right now. Back to torque. Yeah, did they give you a new checklist for this one?
It's basically the exact same thing, but it just has 2 little spots that says except for the RR, like if the windshield install and
really?
stuff like that. So it's the same list as just a regular touring.
Interesting. Another interesting thing that I'm kind of tripping on is that the bike already feels extremely tall, right? Or at least way taller than a CVO ST or even a regular Road Glide, right? But the forks have another 1.5 inches. You could probably lower them in the trees and increase ride height even more.
Yeah. I like the American flag, that's cool.
What was it?
36.
Nice. We got oil? Here it comes, going down. Tire pressure checked, oil checked, some torque specs checked. He still does not have final key to the puzzle. Look at these bags, and then they got like the rubber trim in case the carbon. All right.
Boom.
All right.
Oh, come alive. Here she
Not
is.
yet. Oh, it did make it. Oh, I heard the alarm.
She's alive.
All right. What's next?
You can go ahead and turn it on if you want.
All right.
Whoa.
You guys ready for this? Titanium exhaust, 131. It does go through a cap, then through that big old muffler. Oh, there's 2 miles on it. Look at it, 2 miles. Oh, I thought I was gonna be the first one to do it. It's low range. Should we put fuel in it first?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Weights getting put on. I feel like a 5-year-old. My dad prepping my bike again. I also want to give it up to Austin and Cody for dealing with the camera on them. This is probably one of the rarest, most limited bikes that's rolling out of the factory into their service bay that they needed to check up on. And then of course I have the camera in their face and I'm keeping an eye on them, making sure nothing goes wrong. A little more nerve-wracking than normal. Thank you, boys. I'm excited, and I'm so excited. And Courtney's on her way here. She had to drop off little Lance at the BMX track. POV it for you guys. Ready? Woo! I'm gonna let it warm up before I crack the throttle on it. One thing too, you can see right now is the exhaust color's already changing. I didn't pay close attention to it at the beginning, but it's getting bluer and bluer and bluer. The titanium system is already going orange red hot.
Yeah, you can really feel that.
Yeah, it's that titanium. Titanium gets really hot really easy, but it also cools down really quick, I believe. All right, here we go. What do you think?
You got one.
Pretty cool,
my
huh?
God.
I noticed some adjustments. The shifter's a little too low. I want to adjust that before I take it back. I want to kind of put in the 400 or 500 miles to break it in before I rip it. To shift up, you have to almost like go hyperextend your leg. You could probably adjust right here and suck it in a little bit. Bring it up. I think that would help. Right now, I didn't like how level it felt, so you really had to like go and put your leg down to shift up, rather than being able to like ride and just go.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
What'd you think?
I loved it. I just did like a couple miles. I noticed the shifter I wanted to make adjusted.
Yeah.
Fill out the paperwork. Go show Juan. I was mind blown though, because they say they dropped 150 pounds, which is basically what we dropped on the ST.
Yeah.
It has a 131.
Yep.
So it's very similar to our build. It has the same braking system.
It's gonna be interesting to see them side by side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got my factory mechanic here. Comes with the race bike. Yeah, I think keep going. Is that kind of maxed out right there?
Feels like it.
All right.
Good, so
Yeah, way better.
A lot better than it
Yeah, let's lock it in there. He's gonna do his final check now that the oil's hot. I'm gonna go fill out the paperwork and we're gonna get out of here. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
There it is, CVO RR, congratulations. Thank you very much, brother.
Welcome to the family, bud.
Yes, sir. It's official. We can leave here with the bike. We are doing a little favor though for Ventura Harley, and that is I'm gonna go ride it for the day. Later on today, I will drop it off, and they will be showing their customers this bike here in store behind all of this for the next couple days with a little bit of information on the bike. After they display it for a couple days, I will be picking it up, and we will be doing a CVO RR release party at Thrashin Supply. I will be doing something. I'll be giving you guys tacos. We'll be firing that bike up, maybe do a burnout in the parking lot or something. That'll be after Sturgis. So if you want to check this bike out in our showroom, we will have it on display sometime after Sturgis. Go have some fun. Let's go surprise Juan. What do you think, dude? What, dude? What do you think?
Oh my God.
Oh, you just sit on another man's bike?
Yeah.
What number?
What do you think?
Dude, how did you manage to get one of these?
So a couple key things. They dropped 150 pounds off of this, similar to ours. Has a 131. Since it's such low production numbers, it didn't have to meet carb. Like the 131 is like the non-carb.
Gotcha.
Because it's such a low production number, like from the factory. So this bike's no different than like a bike they deliver in Nevada. Full titanium exhaust. It was straight up. It was not blue at all when I started it.
I thought this was Matt, and I thought they just let us borrow this bike for a ride.
Hell no, this is ours. This is gonna be here every day.
What?
So remember when it first came out?
Yeah.
And we were like, you know, is it worth the money? Like, and then you actually put it in more perspective. We were like, dude, if you were to build it, it would probably cost you more. And we had built a bike has a lot of same characteristics as this. And then I was like, so I started putting out the feelers. First I text Matt, then I had to go to, you know, hire up people.
Yeah.
And I finally got everyone that had any sort of strings to get one. I was in all their phones, like, I want a CVR, I'm serious, I want one. This was like right when they released it. I don't know, 3 to 6 months ago.
Damn.
It was supposed to be delivered like midday today. So I was gonna come to work, bring you with me to get like parts.
And it haven't be there.
And then have it be there and have us like, what?
Yeah.
Like have you almost sit on it and not realize it's ours? And then basically they called me last night like, yo, the truck's already in the parking lot. So I wake up at 4 this morning, like excited, ready to go. I got my dad at 7 in the morning. We ripped out there. And then why do you think I was getting the oil changed in the ST prep yesterday?
Yeah, I was like, that's the last bike we need to touch right now. We got 5 other bikes taken apart that are like, they need way more
And we
love.
need to get ready for Sturgis.
Yeah.
And like, there's so many other things. And like randomly I go to Juan and go, hey, well, let's prep the Carbon ST. Let's do an oil change. The clutch has been kind of wearing out. Let's adjust the clutch. Because I really wanted to take this bike and the Carbon ST out to like Malibu.
This is crazy. Even like pegs on a bagger just feels, my
Right?
brain is like trying to wrap my head around this thing.
This was fun to go and do this with you, but right now I got to tell you, seeing Juan, he's exploding with energy. His face, he's like a kid in a candy store. He can't handle it. It's like
this is
gonna explode.
I knew Jake was up to something goofy. He was like, we need to talk about the Sturgis. I was like, all right. He had a little smirk on his face. Damn. Does this have that transmission? It has to,
I
right?
should have it.
Yeah.
It has the like this cover, the tie bolts. Look at the controls. It's still quiet though, right? Because it still has such a massive muffler on it, I believe, with a cat right here. Pull out the
All
car.
those times we were like talking about it and you're like, is it worth it? Is it worth it?
I kept saying, every time he'd send a picture of like press release, I'd be like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And he would be like, I think it is. I think it is.
Yeah, you gotta bring out the current bike.
And look at this though. Like, look at the, just like,
dude.
the interior of their Carbon. I mean, one thing, like, I'm not a fan of this. I'd take it off.
It's
you know?
probably like if you're racing or something, you know,
Yeah.
like.
I want to put I think we should go grab our Carbon license plate frame.
it's got titanium.
Sold out, bro. They sold.
out?
Do we have the carbon covers? Sold out, but we could steal one off this bike right here. All right, so we got this bike ready yesterday. Kind of eyeball the comparisons, and then we're gonna go take them for a rip to the coast.
I was just telling some customers that were here in the shop, I was like, man, the weather is perfect to go for a ride. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna go to Malibu. Now we get to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, but look. Dude, check that out.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm gonna get 2 more bolts so we can have it fully secure and we'll be ready to rock.
Both are monsters. This thing's definitely like full race. Sounds mean, good tune. It's a lot tighter of a bike already. Obviously the whole inside of this is deleted. This thing had an exhaust.
That thing got gas?
Yep, full. I'm trying to keep the bike under like 4,500 RPMs. I'm trying to be a good, nice guy to this fresh new engine. And it is so hard not to, because the cam turns on at like 3,800 RPMs, 4 grand, and the bike, it wakes up at 4 grand. So hard to not want to ride it all the way to 6 grand. It is so hard. Like, I could just tell it's gonna like lighten up and feel peppy. Really a fun bike to ride. And I was just like, these canyons were pretty mellow, right? Like, they're not that tight, they're wide open, but you know, we were hauling.
But I think this is like right where that bike shines there, like the long swoopy turns. You could really like dig into it and carry speed.
Proportionately, like the suspension front to rear is set perfect. It doesn't buck at all when you hit bumps. Tracks insanely well. So I wanted to pull off. We're about halfway through the canyon. I wanted to flip flop. I wanted to let you get on it, feel it out. How do you feel about that?
For you to hop back on this too. I feel like that bike's freaking sick, but this bike's still a little more of a hot rod.
It is.
But,
that's the only thing is when you're on that bike, we're already like, all right, what are we gonna do to this muffler? We're either gonna gut it so it still looks OE, or possibly like make some other sort of muffler, because it still sounds like something that had to pass emissions. When I asked Juan, I said, would you buy one of these? He said, I'd probably buy a nicer car before I buy that bike.
There's a list of cars that I would need to get before I had something like that. I like how similar these bikes are.
Yeah.
Like all the parts we were really proud of, they're raw aluminum, like the custom one-off parts for this, and like same thing with this. Like
he's saying like our trees, we did them one-off, race use only, raw aluminum, our skeleton, raw aluminum.
Our mid controls, our brake arm, like the wheel spacers, like the inner backing, so many parts that we like spent a lot of time to develop. We left them raw aluminum because we wanted it to stand out, like as a reminder. Like a lot of that theme carries over to this bike.
And so we have the same Brembo brakes. We do have the titanium hardware. Brembo brakes with the titanium, literally the exact same hardware. And then we have the Öhlins FGRs, and then these are also, it's covered, you can't see it, but these are the same Öhlins FGRs. You can see from the top that they are the same Öhlins FGRs. Tons of characteristics that are the same. All right, Juan, let's do this. Get on the bike, let's roll.
She's tall. Its seat
right?
height is quite a bit taller than that.
All right, Juan, 66 miles we got to put on this bike so far. Pretty rad, right? Like, so the power is linear. It's almost sluggish until 3,500, right?
That's what I noticed, because you were like, follow me, and then you would take off, and then I would like dig into it, and it was just like we both were going full throttle,
Yeah.
but you were just rolling onto it, and then you're just pulling away. So like, yeah, I think this wakes up over 4,500 RPMs.
Which is like, you want to wring its neck, right? I want to ride the thing from 4,500 to $6,000, but we also still want to be gentle for the first couple hundred miles.
But I think, like you said earlier, like it's balanced. Like the bike just wants to lean. It doesn't do anything weird. It feels like confidence. It's inspiring, like in the turns. Like it feels like, oh, this feels proper. I've ridden some other bikes that aren't set up, or like maybe don't have all the R&D into them, and you can tell like, oh, they wallow around a little bit.
Yep.
This was just steady in the turns.
Exactly like you're saying, it builds confidence. Like we were going into turns, I mean, I wasn't always looking at my gauge, but I saw like 90 in some of those turns, and I wanted to keep going. I at the same time was like, I'm in jeans.
Brakes are what stood out to me too, like off the get-go. when they're cold or going slow, they're not like super grippy, but if you like dig into them, like they're there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, all right, I got it. But it took a little bit getting used to.
Yeah, the brakes they say are high heat Brembo pads.
So you probably need to get some heat in them before
Yeah.
they start biting.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a sick bike. Like, I can't believe somebody could just go up to the showroom and get, I mean, they're probably not as easy to do, but like somebody will experience that. And it's really dialed bike. I think there's a couple of things already that you and I talked about in terms of upgrades though.
When you get on it, like, you don't get the grin because the exhaust is so quiet.
R131, which sounds mean.
I wish it was a little louder. I'm not a big fan of the little pooch on the gas tank. I get what it's for, but I don't think it's where the bars sit and really the way you're gonna ride this bike on public streets. I don't think you're gonna use the pad. Do we make a custom set of risers that go to the stock tree or the stock top clamp, so you still use the stock numbered top clamp, but yet we can like bring them up and back a little bit, and maybe we could put our bars on it?
It just feels wide.
Yeah.
I think that was the thing, right? Like they feel solid. They must have like harder bushings or solid enough because that feels really good.
Yep.
But they're not what we're used to.
Yeah.
So I think proper like set of bars would make it like just feel like a cockpit.
Yeah. Bring them in a little bit.
Yeah.
You can just see the width. This bar and just kind of how wide it is, like how much more room there is, how big that is versus what we're doing on over here. Should we say what you said about the wheels?
I mean, so we're comparing it to our bike, right? And I was like, our bike has some sick carbon wheels. Do we put some carbon wheels in it? Like, it would go with the theme of both of these bikes.
We can't leave anything stock. That's not the plans. That's not the plans. Anyone at Harley, we love this bike the way it is, and we're super stoked on it. Obviously tailoring the bike a little bit to what we, to our needs. This bike's a freaking masterpiece.
Yeah.
The exhaust, when I picked it up, it was all gold like that, and now you can see the tie has changed to blue all the way to the collector. Front cylinder. But that's super cool. That's one thing, is like the tie system is so rad. It's like we don't want to get rid of the system. The system is sick, but it just, we want to make it a little louder. And even like this cool stuff, branding, like this is all super cool. Some silverware, brother. Yes, sir.
Oh, dude, look at that.
Look at my guy on Facebook Marketplace.
Hey, always, dude. Always
Guy's addicted to Facebook Marketplace. Ahi plate. Look at that. Seared ahi. Little slaw, a little white rice. My man Juan went for the sourdough tuna melt.
Tuna melt.
Number 10, ready? 10.
So one other special thing that comes with this bike is they're painting a replica paint job helmet. One of those Alpine Stars helmet, like the race one, that replicates this. And I forget, they asked me the size that I wanted, and I think it has matching numbers. So like it'll be numbered and stuff.
Sick.
So
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
All right, let's look at this.
All right, we're just trying to shoot some rollers, just rollers by Neptunes.
So I did a wheelie. I didn't realize how high up I was and how far back the muffler was. I hit that muffler and dude, it pushed me down so hard. We bought it to rip it.
It also pushed you off balance.
Yes, it went sideways, dude.
Yeah.
The bike went, because it grabbed my right. I thought the tires were so new that I went up and it like caught a bad.
Can I see the video?
Dude, look. But the thing is, there was more power, but I had to dump it because the bike started going this way.
Yeah.
Should we get out of here before we ruin it more, or do you guys need more wheelies?
Let's go. Come on, cut it off.
All right, let's get on these bikes. All right, so like I said earlier, I told Ventura Harley that they're gonna display this bike, unfortunately, with a scraped muffler. So we're gonna rip back and we're gonna drop it off. So follow along for the ride. We're about to ride some beautiful Pacific Coast Highway up north towards Camarillo, Oxnard. was great. All right, we got a video to show you. We get some more gifts in there or what, dude? Wow. What's in there? Wow. Whoa, look at that. A little three-dimensional box right there.
Oh, that's sick.
That's pretty dope.
I didn't realize. Yep.
A little long. So I wheelied it. Just gonna do like a power wheelie. I wasn't trying to go up. Dude, it scraped the pipe and got me off axis.
Oh, sorry.
So it leaned, so I chopped the throttle and then on the front end. Look at him, dude. Didn't even wait for me to open the stuff. Look at
You
him.
saw it already.
You guys were already pointing out, I was like, how do we shorten the exhaust and make it a little bit louder?
Yep.
So that's not the worst of our worries, but I do want to, just out of curiosity, look it up on the prices if we were to want to buy a new muffler.
Yeah.
Because even if we do want to shorten it, we still would need a good back piece.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
That was
So now we have like our tester.
Right.
All right, let's see what's in these boxes, dude. Should we have a table or what'd you see, Juan? You didn't even wait.
I thought you opened it. It's pretty cool, actually, but
Look at that. A VIP placard for all the races. Wow, that's cool. So they just did Laguna, but Mid-Ohio, Circuits of America, which Circuits of America I've ridden on competing freestyle in X Games.
what do we got, dude?
Ooh, a little hat.
What else we got? A little pamphlet,
Oh,
dude.
sick.
Welcome to the 131. But you already had a 131.
I can't get this out, but a sweet little,
Oh, tire pressure gauge.
I can't. Oh, look, it's got CVO RR on the side, dude. High-end, high-quality race gauge pressure.
Do the honors, dude.
A sick billet CVO RR. I'm guessing like a keychain? Dope. This should have been numbered. CNC machine keychain, compact tire pressure gauge, custom 131 hat. As one of only 131 riders to claim the all-new CVO Road Glide RR, you now own a machine crafted by the very hands behind Harley-Davidson Factory Racing. This motorcycle is more than rare. It's purpose-built, precision-engineered, and designed to do wheelies in front of Neptune's net.
I was like, wait, wait.
Very stoked to get this bike. This is incredible.
The bike is freaking epic. I had no idea. We talked about it so much, I did not think you were gonna get one.
Yeah.
And when you pulled up, I seriously thought it was just like a loaner bike. That's why I like hopped on it. I was like, heck yeah. Yeah, I'm fired up. See what we do with it. See what trips we go on, if any, or like making it our own a little bit. And I want to see how they're gonna display it here, though. You said they have set up.
So they have all the information on it. This will be like, I think it'll light up. See how it's plugged in? And they'll pull that protective cover off when they're ready to roll the bike on. But yeah, boom. All right, so here we are at the parts counter. You know, if we decide we want a fresh muffler on the thing to clean it up, make it look unabused, which I'm not saying we have to. Replace a muffler just because it's low volume, titanium. I would say non-low volume, it should be like right around $1,200, $1,500 bucks. I'm gonna say cause it's low volume, $2,500 to $3,500. All right, so that's it right there. Yep, $3,900.70. So
that's what you ruined
Even-
in the first ride, dude.
even at my peak number, I was still under. I got a little muffler damage. I think we'll be okay. Thank you for looking into that, sir. Appreciate that. All right, guys, there you have it. Super exciting day. Picking up 73 of 131 CVO RR. Surprise to Juan. He had no idea. It's been months in the making. Overall impression, Juan, you got to take it for a rip. What do you think, dude?
It was epic. I mean, I can't even describe how good it is. The bike's insane. Out the box, like it's a dream to ride. Just epic day. Cruising PCH on some badass Harleys. Like it's sick.
Handles amazing. It builds confidence in the canyons. It's super planted. It feels like it's on rails. It's really, really smooth to ride. This is no BS. We've been riding other baggers that we have. We've been riding other suspension. You could tell the bike feels light, nimble, and in control. I'm really, really, really excited to break in a couple more miles and be able to wring its neck at $6,000. You can really feel the power come alive at $4,000. And yeah, I did that wheelie in front of Neptune's or got on it a little bit, but I still didn't really rev it out past $4,000. Like I just got into the bottom of the meat of the power. So overall, that was rad. I am a little hurt that I hit the muffler. I definitely don't mind riding it hard, but I didn't feel like scraping the muffler, especially on day one. That's a bummer, but it's made to be ridden. We're putting it to use. Hopefully the engineers and the race team back at Harley-Davidson proud of what we just did. Thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone at Harley-Davidson for allowing me to get this bike. Thank you Ventura Harley-Davidson for getting this bike and allowing me to be here when it got pulled off of the lift and setting it up quickly and let me put the first couple miles on it. Thank you all. So in the next couple weeks, stop by Thrashin Supply, check this thing out. See you guys then.
See you later.